Kunwari pa daw, masakit daw din sa kanya yung pinagsabihan si Tito Sen na tuta ni Martin Romualdez. Sabi ni Tito Sen, sa totoo lang anya, yung noon time show, yung Itbulaga, mas marami pa yun na natulungan kaysa sa atin dito. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. Mainit ang ulo ngayon ng mga legislador. Sa congressman at saka sa Senado, mainit. Bakit niya Mr. Maravillas? Marami kasing pera na naibulsa. Yan ang iniimbestigahan mga kababayan ng both Congress at malamang sa malamang, in the coming days, maglalaglagan po sila. Diba ba? Desidido yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Nalinisin po ang gobyerno laban sa korupsyon. So kahapon, nagkainitan si Bato de la Rosa saka si Tito Sen. Pati kasi yung Itbulaga, dinamay po ni Bato de la Rosa. Yan ba? Sabi ni Tito Sen kay de la Rosa, napaka-unparliamentary niya yung ginawa mo. Senators huddle on the Senate floor shortly after a verbal clash between Senate President Tito Soto and Bato de la Rosa. De la Rosa earlier called out Soto over his remarks in a media interview, saying he was upset due to the latter's statement on the minority bloc's criticism of his decision to transfer former district Engineer Bryce Hernandez custody from the Senate in Pasay to the Philippine National Police Custodial Center in Quezon City. Sabi ni Bato de la Rosa, malungkot lang ako doon sa dalawang punto, Mr. President. Unang-una, yung mamatay sila sa sama ng loob. Kami, Mr. President, hindi mo po kami mapatay sa sama ng loob dahil tanggap na namin na kami ang minority. Pangalawang punto, gimmick lang ng minority yan, ang Senado. Hindi po ito noon time TV show na puro gimmick ang ating tinitingnan dito. Kami po ay nagre-raise ng legitimate issues which require legitimate attention, sabi ni De La Rosa. Yan si Bato, mga kababayan, pakinggan natin.
Kalaga sa lahat ng miyembro ng Senado ay isang tungkulin ng Senate President. I just would like to bring to the attention of the Senate President. I came across with the news. Now, when the Senate President was asked by a certain Christian Esguerra regarding the minority taking up the question about the custody of Bryce Hernandez. Ito po ang sagot ng ating Senate President, which I find it very, very, very sad because being the Senate President, we hope that you are going to take care of not only the majority, because you're not the majority leader, you're the Senate President, and we hope that the majority and the minority will be taken care of by the leadership of the Senate. And if I quote your answer, Mr. President, gimmick yan ng minority. Hindi ba nila naiisip na baka si Martin Romualdez ang tuta ko? Makabintang sila porque pinagbigyan ko yung TRICOM, tuta na ako. May ginawa ba akong illegal? Yung request ng House of Representatives, illegal? Hindi. Ang gusto ninyo, awayin ko yung House of Representatives on day one. Mamatay sila sa sama ng loob. So, malungkot lang ko ito, dalawang punto, Mr. President. Unang-una, yung mamatay sila sa sama ng loob. Kami, Mr. President, hindi mo po kami mapatay sa sama ng loob dahil hindi na po masama ang loob namin dahil tanggap na namin na kami ang minority. Ang kinasama lang ng loob namin is bakit kailangan pang patayin kami sa sama ng loob? Hindi na po masama ang loob namin. Tanggap na namin na kami minority. At pangalawang punto, Mr. President, gimmick lang ng minority yan. Ang Senado po, hindi po ito noon time TV show na puro gimmick ang ating tinitingnan dito. Kami po ay nag-raise dito ng legitimate issues which requires legitimate attention. So, Mr. President, ako po'y nalulungkot, which brings me to my parliamentary inquiry, Mr. President, na yung si Bryce Hernandez, yung kanyang custodiya was transferred, physical custody, I'm talking about physical custody, was transferred from the Pasay City Police Station to the Senate Sergeant at Arms room. Through yung from correction, from Camp Crame to Pasay, it was done through plenary action. Now, lately we heard that he was again transferred from Pasay to the Senate without plenary action. This is my parliamentary inquiry. Kung is a parliamentary action can be subverted by an action which is not a parliamentary action? Yun lang tanong ko. Matter of procedure lang, Mr. President. Dahil kung ganun, kailangan klaruhin natin yung ating rules. Thank you, Mr. President.
Before I recognize the majority leader to place on record the recommitment of Mr. Hernandez, when I said namatay sila na sama ng loob, we were addressing the trolls. Because it was the trolls who were saying something to that effect. Na misunderstood nila completely. No? I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to answer you here in the rostrum, but I cannot help but do that because you took the floor and parang sinisita mo yung Senate President, which is very unparliamentary. But nevertheless, I will answer you. Ano? Like, for example, yung sinasabi nila na sumunod daw ako kay Martin Romualdez. Just because I mentioned that Martin Romualdez called me, does not mean that ako'y sumunod sa kanya. The request was coming from the House of Representatives. And the request was to retain Hernandez in the Congress. At doon ako hindi pumayag. Is that being tuta? So you cannot help but also think na sasama ang loob ko pag binabibintangan ako ng salita. Hindi po ba? So ayun, anyway, mabuti na yung masagot natin yan. At sinasabi ko sa kanila, yung mga trolls, yung mga sinasagot namin. Ngayon, to answer the issue of Mr. Hernandez, the majority leader may read the recommendation or the recommitment of Mr. Hernandez to the Senate custody.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. President, with the permission of the body, we made a study on the action that transpired the last 2 days on the recommitment of Bryce Hernandez dito po sa atin sa Senado. To put on record, this is how it transpired. Last week, it was requested by, of course, the House of Representatives that we detain him in the House of Representatives. Hindi po kayo pumayag. Ang sabi nyo, kung ganun po ang gusto ni Hernandez kasi ayaw nyo pong bumalik dito, ang sinabi mo, hindi pwede. Dapat neutral and safe area doon po sa PNP Custodial Center. So nagkaroon po tayo ng debate dito dahil it was our distinguished colleague Senator Marcoleta who raised the issue that why was he put in the PNP Custodial area and not to the Senate Detention Facility, which was seconded by many of the members of the minority. A debate ensued. After the debate, I asked for a minute suspension and we all suggested na sa Pasay City Jail na lang po dahil malapit po sa Senado. Pero let's not forget the fact that originally, the position of the minority was to bring him back to the Pasay City Detention. It was only I who made the recommendation during the break that we keep it in Pasay City Jail because I approached the minority and you all agreed to my recommendation. And then after we started the session once more, the motion was done by the minority, graciously done by the minority, to move him instead to the Pasay City Jail. Motion was done by the minority, graciously done by the minority, to move him instead to the Pasay City Jail. But upon consultation of the chairperson of the Blue Ribbon Committee, Senator Lacson, the Senate President granted the request as the chairperson of the Blue Ribbon Committee requested that he be brought back to the Senate, which was really, at yun talaga ang posisyon ng gusto ng ating minority at the time, para wala ng gulo, pumayag po kayo na dito na lang sa Senado at may request na rin po, for the record, may sulat po si Bryce Hernandez, ang abogado niya, na ibalik siya dito at yan po ay confirmed sa kanilang hearing this morning for his writ of amparo before the Pasay City Regional Trial Court. Sinabi po ay doon na lang po ako sa Senado ilagay.
So yun ang pinagmulan ng init ng ulo. Yung custody po ng witness na ungkat na damay pati yung noon-time show. Yung Itbulaga. Doon sumama yung loob ni Tito Sen. Kaya ba? So to Christ foul, references to noon-time show. Tapos si Vico. Masakit din ang sinasabi nyo. Aminado si Senate President Tito Sen na nasaktan siya nang masabihang hindi noon-time show ang Senado at anya idinamay rin ang kanyang pamangkin na si Vico Soto. O ito yung eksena.
Ang totoo nun, mas marami natulungan ng yung time show.
Ako sir, sa totoo lang sir,
years kesa sa atin dito.
yung pinupost nila doon na ginagawa ka na yung tayo natin, sakit sa akin yun sir. Hindi, if you go down, really,
Kunwari pa daw masakit daw din sa kanya yung pinagsabihan si Tito Sen na tuta ni Martin Romualdez. Sabi ni Tito Sen, sa totoo lang anya, yung noon-time show, yung Itbulaga, mas marami pa yun na natulungan kaysa sa atin dito. Tama, wala pa yun korupsyon. Sa kasiyahan pa lang mga kababayan, mga prizes, opportunities na binibigay sa mga artista at mga talents, mga contestants para sumikat at maging artista rin. Sa loob ng almost 50 years na, ang daming natulungan yung Itbulaga. Wala pang ninakaw sa flood control. Di ba? Kaysa ito mga politiko, mga kababayan, na sabit sa flood control scam. Kaya sila hindi na mapakali mga kababayan kasi maraming sangkot. O di ba? Ininsulto niya si Tito Sen. Veteran senator ito. The longest serving senator at Senate President. Huwag ganon.
Mas marami natulungan ng yung time show.
ako sir, sa totoo lang sir,
Years kesa sa atin dito.
yung pinupost nila doon na ginagawa ka na yung tayo natin, sakit sa akin yun sir.
Masakit daw nung ginagawa na tuta ni Martin. Kunwari ka pa, ikayo yung kampo ninyo galing sa mga trolls ninyo, mga Duterte trolls, ang mga nag-aakusa ng ganyan. Napakalinaw, mga kababayan. Ito pa si Marcoleta.
Mr. President, I rise on a question of privilege. There are recent unsettling statements.
Yeah, Mr. President.
Majority Leader, I'm rising on a question of privilege, which is the higher and preferred way of speaking before this body. Mr. President, I am armed by the explanation of the minority leader that we're not questioning the prerogative of the presiding officer, but we can question the Senate President on issues that are quite legitimate, such as the matters I would like to raise today. Unsettling because, Mr. President, on September 9, in your interview with ANC Head Start with Ms. Karen Davila about the Blue Ribbon Chairman being a lawyer, your answer is, there is no such thing as a rule na dapat abogado yun. Abogado ka nga, di ka naman magaling mag-imbestiga, di ba? So useless. Mr. President, I'd like to put on record there was no inclination from this representation na meron man lang kaming sinabi na ang chairman ay chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee ay dapat abogado. Wala po kaming kahit na shadow ng inclination o any reference to that matter, wala po kaming sinasabi. Ngayon po yung sinasabing abogado ka nga, di ka naman magaling mag-imbestiga. Hindi ko po alam kung sino po yung tinutukoy ninyo sapagkat narinig din po kayo sa inyong mga interviews. Sinabi niyo po, Mr. President, na maraming dissatisfied sa direction na tinahak po ng aking investigasyon nung ako pa po ay chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Hindi ko po alam kung sino po yung dissatisfied sa mga members natin. Wala naman pong perpekto, Mr. President, pero sa akin pong pananaw ay ginawa ko po yung aking makakaya. Kung meron man po akong pagkukulang, ay humihingi po ako ng tawad sa aking mga kasamahan sa Blue Ribbon Committee. Ngunit hindi ko po sinadya na ilihis sa direksyon ng tamang pag-iimbestiga ang ating Blue Ribbon Committee. Noong September 10 po, 2025, ang programa pong Sa Totoo Lang, sa 1PH, nandun po yata si Joe Francisco, Chicky Berhel, Cheryl Cosim. Ang sabi po ninyo, with reference to the affidavit of the Discayas, may suspetsa kami na inedit yung affidavit. Mr. President, ito po ay indirect affront to the integrity of this representation. Yung lamang pong pagsuspetsahan niyo na inedit yung affidavit, paano kayo nagsuspetsa? Ano po ang ginamit ninyong batayan at pagsususpetsahan ninyo na maring inedit yung affidavit? Ako po bilang chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee, nagpakaingat-ingat po ako nung sila po ay sa pamamagitan ng kanilang mga taga-lapit, ay minabuti ko pong hingin sa kanila. Sumulat sila sa akin para malaman ko kung talagang meron silang kagustuhang magpahayag ng kanilang saloobin tungkol sa dinidinig natin sa Blue Ribbon. At gusto kong masatisfy ang sarili ko, Mr. President, kung totoo nga at kung bakit nila gagawin. So nakareceive po ako ng sulat sa kanila, handwritten. At nung malaman ko po na talagang galing sa kanila ang pagpapahayag na voluntaryo, sinabi ko, sige, gawin ninyo. At kinakailangan, bago nyo ibigay sa akin, notaryado na yon. At yun pong affidavit na yon, o subscribe sworn statement, Mr. President, ay naibigay sa akin, araw na po, maggagabi na po ng araw ng linggo, in a sealed envelope. At kung sinasabi po ninyo na ang SOP ay dapat na ibigay sa mga miyembro ng ating Blue Ribbon, wala na pong pagkakataon sapagkat sa umaga po alas 9 ay magsisimula na po ang Blue Ribbon Committee. Noong September 14 po sa Twitter ninyo, meron po kayong binanggit at ito po ang nakasulat. Very devious. Wala pang hearing ang Blue Ribbon ni Ping Lacson. Gusto ng ilang magpalitan agad. What are they so afraid of? Bakit minamadali WPP agad ito? Ano bang nangyari? Malalaman natin sa Blue Ribbon kay Senator Lacson, meron siyang investigasyon ginagawa tungkol dyan. Ano po ba yung pinanggalingan ng mga salitang yun, Mr. President?
Nasa likod
Sino
na
po
siya,
yung
no?
natatakot?
Tito Sen?
Sino po yung nagmamadali? Kung ang inyo pong tinutukoy ay yung akin para i-recommenda na
Sasagot si
mag-apply
Tito
sa
Sen.
protection program ang mag-asawang Diskaya. Yun po inaayon sa batas, Mr. President. Ito po ay inaayon sa Section 4, Republic Act 6981. Ito po yung Witness Protection Act. Ang sinasabi po doon, in case of legislative investigations in aid of legislation, a witness with his express consent may be admitted into the program upon the recommendation of the Legislative Committee, where his testimony is needed, when in its judgment there is pressing necessity therefore, provided that such recommendation is approved by the President of the Senate. Ang committee po ay nagpasya, Mr. President, kasi hiniling po nung Diskaya sa kanilang sworn statement na meron tangka sa kanilang buhay, sa kanilang seguridad, ang kanilang pamilya at kanilang mga anak. Kung kami po ay nagmamadali, yun po kasi ang sinasabi ng batas. Para makapag-apply po siya na sa Witness Protection Program, ang chairman po ng committee sa pagsang-ayon ng kanyang mga miyembro, kailangan po kami gumawa ng sulat sa Secretary of Justice. Ayun nga po, ipinrepair namin kaagad. Hindi nga lamang po napirmahan ng pumalit na Senate President sapagkat nagpaliwanag siya, nalaman pala niya na meron palang presscon ang ating Department of Justice Secretary na doon sinabi niya, hindi raw siya magbibigay ng witness protection sapagkat kinakailangan munang ibalik ng mga Diskaya anumang pera ang kanilang nakuha sapagkat hindi kanila yon. Sa makatid, ang policy daw ng Department of Justice ay ibalik muna yung pera bago aksyonan ang kanyang aplikasyon sa Witness Protection Program. Mr. President, ako po'y nalulungkot. Maski sa aking press con kanina ay sinabi ko kung bakit ganun ang sinabi ng Secretary of Justice. Wala po sa tuntunin yun eh. Kung babasahin lamang po niya ang Section 3 at Section 10 ng Republic Act 6981, wala pong binabanggit doon na restitution, yung pagsusoli. Nag-uumpisa lang po sa pagsusuri, sa pag-iimbestiga ang komite. Meron na po bang halaga na dapat isoli? Na-determine na po ba yun? Meron na po bang ruling na kung ano yung kung sino at gaano ang isosoli ng kung sino man ang may kasalanan? Meron na po bang ganun? Wala po eh. Prospective lang pong mag-a-apply eh. Nasa sections 3 and 10 ang mga requisites kung ano-ano po yun. Mga 10 requisites po yun. Yung restitution, wala po ron eh. Kaya po ako'y nalulungkot kung bakit po binanggit yun ng Secretary of Justice. Samantalang, nung pong linggo, bago magkaroon ng hearing no September 8, nagkausap pa kami at binigyan pa niya ako ng kasiguruhan na sige, ibigay mo na sa kanila ang pangangako na mabibigyan natin sila ng immunity sapagkat tayo naman ay magkapartner sa kagustuhan natin, pati yung Witness Protection Program ay ating maipasa kagad. So yung pagbibigay po niya sa akin ng garantiya, kasama na po yung kanyang USEC. Yun ang nagbigay sa akin ng lakas na loob. Kaya ako'y sumulat kagad. Baligta rin ako ng Department of Justice. Ngayon po, Mr. President, yun po ang ginamit ninyong dahilan kung bakit hindi nyo pinirmahan. Sana man lang po ay napakarami naman ninyong mga abogado sa inyong opisina rin. Binasa nyo sana yung batas. Kung yung restitution po ay isa sa requisite.
O ngayon, sinagot ni Tito Sen, relinquish niya muna yung kanyang pagiging presiding officer. Yung majority leader na muna, si Ping Lacson.
The Senate President is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I decided to go down from the rostrum so that I can either answer or debate with any or with any interpellations from our colleagues. No, but let me just try to explain some of the points that were raised. That to me, and that is my opinion, inaccurate yung mga intindi or inaccurate yung perception in these interviews that the media has been conducting with me. Ang totoo nga yan, dami ko pa nga iniiwasan na interview eh. Kukunti pa nga yun eh. Pero I whenever I am asked, I come out with my opinion. You don't like my opinion, but you have to respect it. In much the same way as I respect your opinion, whatever it is. No, but when it comes to the issue of legal, there are rules to follow. So let me start with what the minority leader said as far as the Blue Ribbon Committee is concerned and the order. Malinaw sa rules natin a witness cited in contempt may be ordered by detained in such a place as may be designated by the committee alone or andun yung or with the concurrence of the Senate President by either one detention order. So it's the Senate President has the power to do that. Ngayon, nung binibigay sa akin yung binigay sa akin yung sulat para i-recommend yung witness protection program ng mga Diskayas, ang feeling ko incomplete eh. Ang usapan at narinig ko ito kay Secretary of Justice, kailangan tell all, hindi tell half. Di ba? Ang mga binabanggit, 2022 to 2025 sila number one contractor 2016
Correct.
to 2022
Correct. Panahon ni
Ba't wala
Digong.
doon ang kwento? Di ba? So, you cannot blame me if I do not want to immediately do that. No? And then I know for a fact, as I said in the media, I know that there is a possibility that we will change the leadership the following day. All right. Now, let me continue with some of the opinions that were aired. Well, of course, yung nabanggit kanina ni Senator De La Rosa, pasensya na, baka nabigla ako at nagamit ko yung salitang gimmick, ano? Pero it could be had been a wrong word that I should not have used, no? Pwede kasing opinion yun, sapagkat yung public ang madalas kong marinig na sinagsasabi nun eh. Ano? Now, as I'm concerned, there's nothing illegal or out of the rules that we have done. My opinion, as aired, kung hindi nyo nagustuhan, pagpasensya nyo ako. Kung hindi nyo nagustuhan yung mga sinabi ko, na opinion ko. Pero I never mentioned names. When I said, baka na-edit, tama yung sinabi ni Senator Pangilinan. Iba yung thinking eh. Bakit iisipin nyo kagad na pinapa-edit ko yung affidavit? Hindi ba? Hindi eh. So, and when I say those things, you should not feel alluded to. Wala naman akong binanggit na pangalan eh. Diba? And then yung tinatanong, binanggit yung tungkol sa the Blue Ribbon being a lawyer, does not have anything to do with Senator Marcoleta. It was a question by the public. It was a question even by Secretary Claire Castro or Attorney Claire Castro. The question was, di ba kailangan abogado yun? So that was asked of me. And I said, no. Nothing in the rules says so. Wala naman talaga eh. As a matter of fact, we elected Sani Alvarez as Blue Ribbon Chairman for 2 years. And he's not a lawyer. Binagdebatihan na namin nila Neptali Gonzales yan, saka nila Ernie Maceda yan, matagal na. Ano? No. He's never a lawyer. Sani Alvarez was not a lawyer. Oh, we even debated about it.
Correct.
Oh, I am very sure, 100%. Oh. Anyway, so again, no? Wala akong binabanggit na gano'n. You should not feel alluded to when I say na kasi, at tinatanong nila, hindi naman daw abogado Senator Lacson. Magaling na investigador eh. Di ba? Talo niya ng karaniwang abogado. Hindi ko sinabi si Senator Marcoleta abogado na yun o sino pang abogado. I never mentioned any name. I was saying, napakadaming abogado sa Pilipinas, libo-libo. So a lawyer who was not well-versed in investigation, mas gusto ko na yung investigador. That was my point. Ano ba? Why will you feel alluded to, Mr. President, if I did not mention your name? Di ba? Now, far as the rules are concerned, the Senate President has the power to order his transfer, especially in this case. Now, I asked the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee after they sent a letter, and it was done in court. It was done in the RTC 112 this morning. That was where the letter was transmitted to Attorney Valentina of the Senate Legal, who was representing the Senate in the hearing of the writ of amparo. Yun ang istorya nun. So the request was go back to the Senate. Ay sabi ko maganda, if that is your request, because that is precisely what the members of the minority wanted. Hindi ba? So no question. O ba't may question ngayon? Nalilipat natin, binalik natin sa Senate custody. Ano? And then also, to be fair to the USAHA, every day, they monitor wherever that person is. Kahit na nung dinala natin yung si Colonel something sa Muntinlupa, mayroon tayong sa Pasay City Jail, si Balad ba yun? You don't need to have an OSAA there the whole day, 24 hours. It's not necessary. The important thing is it's under the custody of a legal custody. Yun ang importante ron. So hindi kailangan nakabantay OSAA doon. Now, if you want to change the rules, then you propose some amendment to the rules na gusto niyo OSAA nakabantay kahit saan natin ilagay. Alright? Now, ang pagkakaalam ko, magkakaroon ng immunity from criminal prosecution. So kung natatakot sila sa kanilang security, bilyon-bilyon ng pera nila eh. Ang dami nilang pwedeng bayaran pa security guard eh. Kahit 1,000 security guard kaya nila eh. Bakit kailangan ang gobyerno? Ay galit na ang mga tao dahil hindi nga natin malaman kung ilan yan, kung nangyari nga yan, kung sila nga yan, hindi po ba? Kaya we were just trying to be prudent. Konting konting hinay. Huwag yung sasabihin natin. Kaya sabi ko, ba't tayo nagmamadali? I'm not pertaining to any senator. Bakit, sana do not feel alluded to if I don't mention your name. Di ba? Oh, and then, statements, there is no other direct evidence available for proper prosecution eh. So, it is not applicable to the Discayas. At saka na, hindi rin pwede sapagkat ang pananaw ng karamihan, ang pananaw ng taong bayan, sila most guilty. Ang pwede sa Witness Protection Program, yun, not the most guilty.
Correct.
Ayun ang sinasabi ng batas. Senate President has the power to order the transfer. And if I have used a word that does not conform to your palate, then pagpasensyahan nyo. Pag ganun, bagkat karamihan ng binanggit ko, opinion ko. Kung ako ini-interview ng media, I always, as far as I'm concerned, tell the truth. Pag ang media kausap mo taong bayan eh. Ganun yun. Kaya iniiwasan ko na hindi ako magsabi ng totoo. Kung opinion ko hiningi, binibigay ko opinion ko, hindi ko tinatago. So if you don't like my opinion, I'm sorry, Mr. President. But that's how it is. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. President.
Sa mga naganap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, Eye Glow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Fairbanks Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po sa mga pulses and affected areas. Mayanan po ito sa mga pains at paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Ito naman po yung bagong product naming binibenta online. I am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley Powdered Drink Mix from Australia. Endorsed by cancer survivor Maritoni Fernandez. Yan pa yung iba pang mga celebrities, mga kababayan na endorser nito. Sa mga inquiries ninyo at gustong magnegosyo, mag-message na lang kayo sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Sa mga mahilig naman po sa mga imported bags and wallets, dumiretso na lang kayo kay Ma'am Eileen Rosales, Eileen Closet. Nakabase siya po sa Amerika.